Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make your own Animal Company thumbnails. So what you want to do first to get the new rig is go over to Discord and go into Animal Company's official Discord. Go into Creator Training Resources, or scroll all the way down and click on this asset kit made by Animal Company. And with this asset kit, it'll send you to this website. I already have it pulled up. And it's on Figma. You're going to want to make an account on Figma first to download this stuff. But they have a ton of resources. Like they have a bunch of these characters, all this stuff. So you're going to want to come down here. And here's like a bunch of backgrounds and stuff you could download for your thumbnail. Download any background you want. And then go up. And click on, right here, click on this. It says 3D Blender files and it says animals, monsters. You want to click on animals, and if you want to, you can also use monsters, but I'll probably do a tutorial on that sometime soon. And you're going to download this. It'll send you to a Dropbox website. Just download it and then bring it into Blender. Okay, so it should show this. I think I accidentally clicked off of it. Open the file to wherever you downloaded it. So it's right here. It should be called pfprigs.blend. Open it, and now from here you can just close the image editor. So now from here you just want to use your camera to navigate. Also, it does start out a little bit glitchy a bit. Just gotta wait a couple seconds. There we go. So now that all of these have loaded, you can grab any character you like over here. There's a turtle, skeleton gorilla. And there's a kitten, a goat, cat. There's also a polar bear, a gorilla, any like animal you'd like. They also have a turkey, German shepherd, and a frog. And so then you're gonna want to, okay, so here's the gorilla armature. I'm gonna use this. You're probably gonna want to go to the toolbox and just click on it, because you can't really click on it in this huge pile. And you want to bring it over. Let me move my camera a little bit more. You're going to bring it over in front of the camera, and now you're going to want to click on this camera icon right here, and then just move the camera. I don't know what button it is to move the camera, but I have a special button for it. And you're just gonna want to click on the rig, and you can move it anywhere you want. So let's say I want it to be like right here, looking like this way. You're gonna want to click on the rig and go over to object mode at the top left, and then change it to pose mode. And what this allows you to do is just change the arms. But be careful, because whenever you move the head, the eyes do not move with it for some reason. They might fix that soon. Move the arms however you want to. Move the body however you want to. And now I'm just gonna rotate it a bit, and then if you want to change where the eyes look, you just gotta click on the eye. Like you gotta move each separate eye, and let's just say I want to move them. Oh my gosh, why won't it let me click on it? You might have to go out of the camera sometimes, and just move it however I want. And that looks pretty good. All right, so now that we've got our pose that we want, if you want to change the color of the gorilla or any other animal, you gotta click on each separate body part, and you gotta do this for each separate one. Just change the color however you want. So let's say I want a red gorilla. There we go. So also you want to match the colors as good as you can, because if you don't, it kind of looks weird. And so if you want to change like the mouth, if you want it to like scream, you gotta click on the head and then click on tab, and it basically makes it look like this. Render, you gotta click on render and then click on render image. But also, before you render the image, if you want to make it look better, you gotta come over here and click on this where it says render. Go into object mode. That kind of just makes the math go back to normal. And click light and click area. And this basically adds like a light that provides more detail. Also, always add lighting to your thumbnails, just never too much, because too much lighting can make it like pop out too far. And then you're also gonna put a light at the bottom. Always have a light on the left, right, bottom, and one facing it from the front. And let's get one for the front. You might have to zoom out a bit by just scrolling, and then move that up, and there you go. Now you've got your own thumbnail. So now what we gotta do, if you want to turn down the power, just click on the light, go over to here, and just turn down the power however much you want. Okay, so now that we got that, go over to render properties. Under render, change the samples to 150. This just increases the quality of your final render. So go over to render image. It takes a couple seconds to render, by the way, since I increased the samples. It's very high quality. And if you want it to be even more high quality, you can turn it all the way up. Alright, so now you're gonna click on the image, click save as, and then just save it to anywhere you'd like. Let's just save it as red monkey. And always put .png after it, and then click save as image. Now you're gonna want to go out of Blender and go to any other search engine of your choice. Okay, so now that you're in your search engine, you gotta search up Photopea. Go to new project. What we want to do is a YouTube thumbnail right here, and the size is 1280 by 720. And just click on that, and then click on create. And then now that we have blank canvas pulled up, we're gonna go to your files and get your image that you exported and drag and drop it into Photopea. Okay, so now that you've got your image. Okay, so now you gotta if you want to, you can just move it around and change the size of it. Now you want to deselect it by just clicking on the background and then clicking on it again. Then right click on it and click remove background. What this basically does, it removes all the black in there. Now you're gonna want to click on it again because sometimes it might not remove as much background as you'd like. So now you're gonna want to go down here and click remove and then click OK. And it's gonna pull up an ad, and then it just tries to process it, and then it removes it. Okay, so now that we've got the background actually removed, we want to click on this right here, not this, but this, and right click and click blending options. And what I first do is always add a stroke, and it just makes it pop out more. Just do any color. Let's say I want, like, I don't know, black. Click OK. You can change the size of it right here, and a bunch of other stuff. And then also you can play around with this stuff. This isn't that hard. You'll probably figure it out yourself because it's gonna be a while for me to explain all of them. But so now that you've got that, you want to duplicate this layer. So right click on it and click duplicate layer. Then just drag it underneath your original image and go over here where it says burn tool and just click on that. Right click, so you don't have to go all the way up here and click on this. Right click and change the size to any size you like. Let's do 50 pixels. Oh my gosh, I keep on saying pickles. 50 pixels, and then just turn the hardness all the way down to 0%. Let's turn the pixels up a little bit. And then you're gonna want to click on this image. Either click on it and click rasterize, or you can just right click and click rasterize right here. Then you want to just put any shading where you like. So let's say I'm gonna add shading down here. And never add too much shading. Always have like a good amount, just not too much. And so now if you want to make the image a little more vibrant and colorful, go over to click on any image you want to make more vibrant. Click on image, adjustments, and vibrance. There's also other things you can do on here. So let's change the vibrance all the way up. I don't want it to be too vibrant. And then also you can do it for the background as well. And if you want to add text, just come over here and click on text. Then also I'm using the impact font. It's got a drag right here. You can change the size up here and then change it to, I don't know, any text you'd like. Move it to anywhere you'd like. And then also while you still have it selected, change the fill to white and turn on stroke. Alright, so the video kind of like cut off. I don't know why it did that, but for some reason it paused on me. So also what I did in the meantime is on the text, I went to blending options and I turned on bevel and emboss and just played around with it to make it add a little more shading. And if you want to, you can also add your own shading. But then also what I did was add this effect. If you want a chaotic type of thumbnail or an interesting thumbnail, then you just gotta search up animated lines effect, download it, and make sure it has a transparent background and import it into your thumbnail. And basically all this does is just it adds kind of a chaotic effect to make your thumbnail more interesting, and so like more people click on it. Okay, so now that you've got your thumbnail, you gotta click on file, export as, and then click as PNG. Name it anything you want. So let's just say I wanted, I'm just gonna say monkey, and then you just save it. If you guys enjoy videos like this of me showing you how to make thumbnails and stuff, if you want to see me teach you how to make a Gorilla Tag thumbnail or even a Scary Baboon thumbnail, comment below what you'd like me to make. I also have a ton of other rigs from like popular VR games. And that's it for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.